All right, man. It's the Combat Conversation. I'm Mitchell Torres, and on this episode, I got Albert Tapia, man. What's going on, dude?
Hey, thanks for having me. I just got out of practice, so, get ready for some other things preparing for. So.
Right, man. You're MMA, jiu-jitsu, teaching, and now you have a new endeavor.
Yes, pretty active, and decided to put something on of my own. Decided to put on my own grappling show, so pretty excited about it. It's in the works, first one. And you always think it's pretty easy until you start doing it, and then you're like, holy shit.
So how does that even come about? Like, being on the opposite end of the camera to now, you got to pull all these strings, man. So what's up with that?
So, where it started, it's kind of been, obviously it's always a thought, idea. You're like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, or I could do this, and it all sounds good and fun, and I don't think anybody really ever pulls the trigger.
Right.
But, I wanted to do something to, if you're familiar with, Beat the Streets.
Right.
UFC Wrestling does that, where they do it, on rooftops or out in the street in New York, and I thought that was, the coolest thing. So, I was looking for ideas. I wanted to throw it up on the top of a bar, some rooftop,
Right.
I was like, this would be cool. I'd throw, an intimate event, a smaller event maybe. And I was just jumping around ideas. And then I was like, why not? I think I took my girlfriend to the Queen Mary for her birthday. We went on a tour, or we had dinner. We went on a tour.
The haunted boat, right?
Yeah, exactly, on a boat. And I fought there, but when you fight there, I'm fighting at the Queen Mary, cool. And then I get there and I'm fighting in the parking lot of the Queen Mary, so you're not really fighting on there.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? They have weddings on here. They have different events. They have concerts on here. Why can't I have a grappling show on here?
There you go, dude.
And then things just started rolling. Right? So.
Yeah, it's really interesting, man. It caught my attention right away. Once I seen the event and I seen the card and the lineup, and then I seen the Queen Mary, I'm like, this is very interesting.
Exactly. That's what I was going for. Need some, production value.
Right.
Why? I get anybody can throw it in the gym. You can have a great lineup and throw it in the gym, but why not have a great lineup and then a cool venue?
Right.
How many people get to compete on the ship? Also, it's a haunted ship, if you're familiar with it.
Yes, it's historic. It's a really historic place.
Yeah, so, and they have tons of events there, and I wanted to do a grappling show there, and I wanted to fit the name, since Queen Mary, I decided to have an all-ladies event.
Perfect.
For a variety of reasons, not just because Queen Mary, but,
yeah.
And
you got some hitters on there, man. You got some real, some stars.
Yeah, I think with right now the trending topic is giving women more opportunities.
Right.
And I think this helped bring some bigger names on the show.
Right.
Also, just again, it's always going to fall back to and I get to compete on the ship.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to get some people on that as well. But I think with it being on a ship, being an all-ladies event, I was able to pull some ladies in that normally wouldn't probably go and compete.
Right.
Just because of, they just don't have those opportunities or whatnot. And I think besides that, even the next day, I was able to set up a girls and geese seminar at one of my gyms.
Oh, shit.
So, that whole weekend is just packed of ladies jiu-jitsu.
That is crazy, man.
So, putting a lot of things together for this event, but it's for the competitors mainly,
Yeah. So, was it hard to get people to sign up for this, or to actually go out? Did you have to go out and get these people, invitation style?
Yes. So, I wanted to put together, a solid lineup, you know? My tournament started 16 women at 115.
Right.
And I had some black belts at first, but, they did, I'll be honest, some of them wanted to get paid for their time in the sport, and which is completely understandable. You're a black belt, obviously dedicated an unimaginable amount of time to the sport of jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. And for this being our first show, it is a little difficult. It'd be nice to pay every single person, hey, we'll buy you a flight, we'll buy you a hotel.
Yeah.
But in reality, that's just not possible, Yeah. I have to find some women who are willing to help grow, take some sacrifice and grow the sport and put themselves on the line and pay their dues. And I was still able to get a solid lineup of brown belts and purple belts for the tournament.
You got a really incredible lineup, man. I mean, for people that don't know, man, you got to look into this stuff and find out who these people are, because I was like, damn, you got these people lined up, man. It's crazy.
Yes, so I'm pretty excited. And that's just the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the super fights.
Yeah, so it's a tournament situation and then a super fight also?
Yes, so I have the 16 women at 115.
Right.
So that's a total of 15 matches of the tournament, you know, through the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to that, I have 15 super fights, ranging from one kids fight, blue belt to black belt. And I got some just killers on there. I got world champs. I think I got about 10 world champs on my show, whether gi or no gi.
Wow.
So, yeah, like, that's all in one show, all ladies. It's just phenomenal.
What's it like putting on the suit, man? You know, you went from the no-gi rash guards to now you're doing the business.
Yeah, I still wear my rash guard though, so I was put on the suit. Yeah, but you know, it's definitely, I'll be honest, stressful. Mm-hmm. You know, like obviously you want to meet everybody's expectations, and things happen. People get hurt, people pull out, or you know, sometimes you can't afford certain people.
Right.
And you know, it gets a little stressful, but at the same time, you get excited because you see the promotion that the athletes are putting on with a lot of the locals, and again, people just willing to sacrifice and come out here. I think I have like 3 competitors from New York.
Wow.
3 from Colorado, 1 from Texas, Oklahoma, Washington.
Nationwide.
Yeah, nationwide. So like I was able to still put that together. But you know, the suit side again, I think it's like, oh man, this is easy. I could do that. You know, from a spectator or a competitor side. And you have all these ideas like, oh yeah, I'll do this different because I'm going to do that. And then when you're there, you're like, shit, this is going to take some work.
Well, you know, pulling the trigger on any kind of business venture is like, it's a scary situation, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm putting a lot out there. And, you know, I'll be honest, it'd be nice if I could have one of those nice official sponsors that make this show happen.
Right.
But this is my first show. Why would anybody really want to go out there and put themselves on the line like that?
Yeah.
So I have to put myself on the line and produce that show and make it worth being a part of, you know, worth growing with us.
Yeah, I personally believe investing in yourself is the best thing to do, man.
Yeah, and I hold myself accountable, right? I'm going to work a hell of a lot harder.
Yeah, that's right. So when did this idea first come into play?
I'm sorry, say that again?
When did this idea first come into play?
I would say last time I competed in Sacramento. No, not the last time. Back in January last year when I went against Nico.
Uh-huh.
And we were just kind of running through the numbers, like, man, okay, can we do this? Is this possible? And so it took about a year and a half before really just pulling the trigger. How I actually started doing it was I had to tell people that I was doing it.
Right.
Because now once I told everybody,
you had to do it.
I had to do it.
Yeah, dude, that's the same. That's my same mentality. If I say it, I have to do it.
Exactly. So like that's how I held myself accountable. Just tell other people like, hey, I'm putting the show on, and then slowly I started putting the show on, and I was like, it's really happening.
Damn. That's
so crazy. And I looked a couple places. Queen Mary wasn't the first spot, and I did jump there back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided, you know what, it's worth it, even though it's probably more expensive compared to some other spots.
I just really like that idea, man.
And so, you know, going based off of that, like obviously, like we're already planning on the second, third show, and we have some other cool ideas in mind that it's gonna keep that trend going. So, you know, now I'm gonna announce it at our second show. So, if you guys wanna know where the second show's at, you guys are gonna have to either attend the event or catch it on the streaming. So.
And how are you gonna stream that? Where do we find it at?
So we're working with 2 streaming companies yet. I haven't decided who's going to stream it. Once we get that finalized, we'll definitely let everybody know. So the best thing to do right now is follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and constantly updating, constantly putting videos out, and updated information on our event and things to come. So I think that's the best way right now, just to stay ready for it.
And just so people get to know a little bit about you and your credentials, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so before jiu-jitsu, I mean, I'm from Sacramento, born and raised. I wrestled at Christian Brothers High School. That's where it started. Went on to Sac City College, wrestled for Dave Pacheco before going out to Texas and wrestling. And that's where I really picked up my MMA career. And I think I remember I got submitted in Colorado, and that's where I started my jiu-jitsu career. It was like time to start learning jiu-jitsu, not anti-jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And then was out there for about 5 years before moving to Southern California, where I trained under Team Oyama, Colin Oyama, and that's where I found 10th Planet, and I was training under Ron Turner, Casey Halstead, and I've been there with them for now 4 years. I'm a brown belt under them.
Wow.
Yeah, so like, I mean, and I'm looking to bring, I'm probably not supposed to say this stuff, that's it, my goal, like you guys, Sacramento, I'm trying to bring 10th Planet that way, so you guys will hear win, but just gotta keep the ear for that one.
Moves, right? Making moves.
Yeah, you gotta keep going. I can't just, gonna do a lot of things, we got a lot of things planned, like tournaments and of that, sort, so.
Yeah, man.
That's my MMA background.
Hey, well, sometimes people need to hear that. They want to know that the person behind the event actually knows what's really going on.
Yeah, no, I think even as a competitor, when I used to do all these shows and I would fight, I'm like, man, this promoter doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And then I bring their credentials, I'm like, holy shit, they probably know a lot more than I do. I mean, most of the time you do your research, and most of the people who get into this business of promoting shows, the ones who last, is because they've been a part of it.
Yeah.
Rarely is it somebody who like, I want to make some money, let me go throw shows, because we know you don't make money off those first shows.
Yeah.
Right? It takes time.
Yeah, just like any business. Any business, they say it takes a couple of years of losing money before you make money. It's just that you have to be committed to it and you have to go all in.
No, very, very true. Very true.
And sometimes the fear of going all in is like even the scariest part, because man, it's like gambling. You just gotta pull the trigger, and if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. Right, and then they got big. So I mean, that's part of gambling. That's part of the business. And I think this show, I can go over some of the athletes. And I know just because of the athletes I have on this show, people are going to show up. You know? Well, drop some names, man. So let's see. I think the closest one coming out of, I guess, Stockton, right? Nick Diaz Academy, we got Brooke Mayo. Killer. She has a super fight going against, recently just rebooked this fight. She was supposed to go against Kay Hansen, who's out of Invicta FC, but she has something coming up. So the competitor stepping in is Lisa Malden out of Team Oyama. She's fighting for LFA this weekend. Wow. So I think that's going to be a pretty intense matchup. Yeah, for sure. So from Jiu-Jitsu, two MMA fighters, they just bring a different type of intensity. Right. It's that aggression, man. Yes. So let's see, who else do we have? On our purple belts, so I'm going to start from the purple belts. We got, who just won Nogi Worlds, Amanda Bruce out of Altos, out of San Diego. So that's just a Nogi World champ right there, going against Myra Cunha out of 10th Planet El Paso. So this is another competitor coming from, far away. Right. And I had an opportunity to roll with both of them during Nogi Worlds that week, because I was doing some promo videos for the show. So, they're both, just constant pressure, and they come up, throw some exciting moves. So now we're getting pumped right now. I was pretty excited about that matchup. After rolling, you're like, okay, I know what both these competitors bring. Right. So I was excited. And then I got two gi world champs, Eastman Cassier out of AOJ, going against Nicole Evangelista out of Colorado. Wow. So again, another out-of-state competitor. So that's pretty
Big fight. And then out of Sacramento, here's one out of Sacramento. You guys should be pretty excited about this. We got Joy.
Oh yeah,
Pendel. She's going against Rafael Guedes out of Altos in San Diego.
Damn.
So that's a big matchup. And then our main event super fights, so I got two. And what's exciting about these super fights is they're at 135. So our first one is Kayla Patterson out of Legion, San Diego, again, going against Hannah Sharp out of Oregon, who took third at ADCC trials. Right, so that's a big name.
Damn.
And she placed at Worlds. But the winner of that match gets a free entry into our next event at 135s.
Okay.
So we're already prepping the next event.
Wow.
Right, so our next tournament's going to be 135 ladies. Right, and then the main event super fight is Nicole Sullivan out of Altos going against Natalia Ribeiro, who just won Noki Worlds.
Man, you got some hitters, man.
Yeah, and the winner of that gets the free entry into 135. So right there, like, just whoever wins those matches, that's going to draw names for our next event.
Right.
Like, who doesn't want an opportunity to compete against them and say I beat them?
And who doesn't want to see that? Who doesn't want to buy a ticket? Who doesn't want to watch a stream? That makes no sense if you don't.
Yeah.
Shame on you guys if you don't.
Exactly. And I mean, right now, hopefully, like, again, this shows $2,500 for the first play, for the grand prize, winner takes all.
Damn.
Right?
Not bad.
And next event, like, going based off, like, what we're seeing, you know, I'm hoping and I'm pretty confident we're definitely going to bump up that grand prize.
Right.
So people should get excited about that. Some competitors who want to, and here's another cool thing we're looking to do. I'm thinking about 2 or 3 events. What we're going to do is do some qualifiers. So we'll pick a spot, and maybe, you know, people who just can't really afford to fly in but want to compete or can't afford all the trip, we'll go do some qualifiers over there.
Meet them halfway.
And, yes, and they win that qualifier, and guess what? They get an entry into the main event.
And that stuff will be streamed, right? These
qualifiers. The qualifiers wouldn't be streamed. They'd just be kind of like, you got to be aware of these qualifiers.
Hey, dude, you got to sneak some cameras in there and get some YouTube footage going in.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said you got to sneak some cameras in there and get some YouTube footage.
You know, that's possible. We might be able to do some, like, post-production thing, that not tell anybody about the winner and just show the videos of who the winner is. So that's a good idea. I like that. You know, so we're working on that as well. But at the same time, I got to make sure I finish everything for this event. So, and I will. Things are going good. We already got ticket sales going. And
what's the date for this event?
Submissions on the Shore.
No, the date?
Oh, date, sorry. February 28th, Friday night.
All right, guys. Mark that calendar date and don't forget it, because this shit's going to be off the hook, man.
Yes.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, when I first seen your first ad, I'm like, what is this? And then I seen your first posting of matches, like, oh shit. The second one, oh shit. The third, I'm like, okay, I'm invested now. What's going on here?
Well, I'm excited we haven't even released the brackets yet.
Yeah.
So, people keep asking me, when are you going to release the brackets? So, just so people have an idea, I'm going to release some teasers February 1st, right? So maybe like one side, or, you know, the corners, or the 1 through 4 seed, kind of. And then, so I'm going to kind of give you guys a heads up, like, where people are at, right? So stay tuned for those. And we'll definitely have the full brackets out probably right before the tournament, you know. So I'll kind of keep those matches a secret, but at the same time giving you an idea on, like, who's on whose side.
And it's creeping up fast, man. That date's gonna be here.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Like, I remember I started prepping for this, I think, back in October. I want to say October is like when I really first started, like, searching. And one thing I was running into problems with was, when do I throw it? I had a fight to win. I wanted to throw it in January, but fight to win was going to be out here. You know, the 25th the 24th, and then they're going to be out here February 8th.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I was like, man. And then combat jiu-jitsu. So I got, to be honest, I got really lucky. I think combat jiu-jitsu was supposed to be the same weekend.
And now it's March, right?
Now it's March 9th. So I was pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, you got to juggle. I mean, that's something you got to take in as a promoter. You got to juggle dates. You got to find out what's happening, to make how to get the most eyes on your event.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things, not even those shows. That definitely kept me like aware of like what I'm throwing when I'm throwing it.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that you have to be aware of as a promoter is IBJJF.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Their tournaments dictate your event.
Well, they bring the herd.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they have.
Right, so like
I know at the last fight to win. Sorry about that. I know at the last fight to win, they had to do some schedule changing just for the UFC fight.
Oh yeah, they threw it in the afternoon, and rather than I would have loved to be on that one. I was asked to be, and I think that was the first fight to win I turned down, and that's because I was having my baby shower. So
hey, it's all good, man.
I couldn't pull that one off.
Well, at least you're not like me turning them down because I'm just not in shape. How sad is that, right?
Hey, you just gotta step up there out of shape, and then you know what? Take the beating, it might make you get in shape.
Damn it. So you just had a baby recently, a new one, or one's on the way?
So I did have one recently. He's 11 months.
Okay, congratulations on that.
Thank you. And then we have our second one coming in April.
Wow.
April 5th. So they'll be like 13 months apart.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. So, that's how me and my sister are about that distance. Yeah.
And, so my little one, he's been to about 4 of my Fight to Win shows.
Oh shoot, crazy.
Yeah, he's 11 months. He goes to all my tournaments. He went to Chicago with me to watch me compete. Fight to Win. I think he was only a couple weeks old when I went to Naga in San Jose after he was born. He was like 3 weeks old.
Wow, dude.
3 weeks old. So he's been on the mat consistently. He was when I was teaching that Ultimate Fitness, so I was there in Sacramento for a while. I was teaching the 6 a.m. class and the evening class, and I would take him to class.
Wow, they're literally born on the mats.
Yeah, so he would just sit there and watch, like in his little car seat. So
crazy.
He's enjoying it. Definitely enjoying watching. So,
damn it, dude. Family man, businessman, hustler, grappler. What else? What else do you have up your sleeve, man?
Next one. What do we have next coming up? Besides, next one again. I'm getting ready for February 8th for Fight to Win. I'm throwing my own show, but you know what? I'm gonna promote other shows as well, like Fight to Wins, and it's Flow Grapplings and Who's Number One.
Yeah.
So I'm on that. I just came back from Arizona, last Warrior Standing, like 2 weeks ago. And I love competing. So like, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I got my own tournament, I can't compete for you guys.
Yeah, that's crazy though, man. Like, I mean, I don't know how you find the time to do all that.
That's a good question. You make time, don't find time, right?
Yeah, no, you're right, dude.
You're not gonna find it.
Yeah, I remember once I was told by Jamie Hara. He told me, if you want to do something, you do it, and that kind of stuck with me. If you want to do something, you just do it.
Yeah.
No excuses.
That's one of the people. That's one of the excuses I think people stop them from like training or competing. It's like, oh, I gotta find the time. Like, yeah. No, you just gotta make the time.
Yeah, and right now I am literally making the time, man. I don't know what happened, but like maybe a month ago, I was moving back and forth, and I worked far away, and I said, you know what? If I want to train, I gotta wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's what I gotta do. So I've been on to 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up, work out, try to get some rolls in, and then go to work. It's insane, man. But I want to do it, so
I bet you've had more energy since like waking up in the morning and getting that bed early.
It's true, but I don't go to bed early. That's my issue. That's the part I'm working on. I need to get in bed earlier.
You just gotta make it happen. You'll get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna start waking up early, so I'm sure you'll figure out how to go to bed early.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm beat, but my mind is racing.
I get it. Same thing. Like prepping this event, like my girlfriend bugs me. I'll be laying there. I'm saying, I gotta promote this, or I gotta contact these people. And she's like, dude, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, just one more text. You know, I'm just like eager. You know, I'm excited. I'm eager. I'm anxious.
Well, this is your firstborn baby right here, in a sense. You know, this is like this is your product, man.
Yeah. So, and that's what's keeping me going right now. Like those late hours also wake me up and get me right back at it. And I don't wanna just switch seats completely.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like I want to provide these opportunities, but I'm not gonna stop training and competing. You know, so.
Well, the product, and from what I see right now, the product that you're about to produce looks incredible. So you might have to actually put on that damn suit, dude.
We'll get there after this first one, and then we'll see what it leads into.
Yeah.
So, and our goal is about 4. As for this first year, I want to say 3 to 4 shows this first year. So,
wow, that's pretty good.
So, people out there have been hitting me up like, "Hey, when's the next one?" Just stay tuned, guys. Just stay tuned. And then for the fellas who've been hitting me up that definitely want on the show, you might have to wait another show. I think the next one's going to be ladies as well. But we'll see. You never know. And kind of go from there.
And just so people know, this is gi and a no gi event, or is it only gi?
So the tournament itself is a no gi event.
Okay, the tournament itself is a no gi.
We have super fights.
Right.
That are sponsored by Girls and Gis. So we put some gi fights on there. I think we have 3. Blue belt, Marne Chigarelli versus Korean Chung. Eastman Caster versus Nicole. And Jamila Weaver versus Paulette Celebrado. And then that's and one of the. So I mentioned Girls and Gis, so they're not our gi matches, which I'm thankful for because it was going to be just no gi. And then I think I was missing some big matches, so give that opportunity to these girls who wanted to be in gi. So thankful to Girls and Gis, but also thank you to Fight Back CBD out of Texas. Justin out of Texas, he's our official sponsor for the event.
Wow, nice.
You guys can find him on our Instagram, on our poster.
Say that name one more time.
Fight Back CBD.
Okay.
And they're out of Texas.
Nice, dude. So what connection do you have with Texas? Like, I mean, you went to college there, right?
I went to college in Plainview, which is nothing out there, between Amarillo and Lubbock. And I'm like 5 hours from all the cities.
Oh, shit. In the cuts, huh?
Because I fought out there. I fought all over. I fought in Austin, Dallas, Houston. I fought for Legacy. I got a chance to meet everybody.
Yeah.
I competed everywhere, so I got a chance to meet everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So even though, once you're in the MMA circuit or BJJ circuit, you see the same faces everywhere. And
build some bridges.
Yeah, so I was there, exactly. And I think Justin was just excited that he wanted to help push, this girls event as well. And this ladies event. And I'm getting a lot of that support, which is good. So I've had a few other companies that are, I would say, women focused or empowerment or just helping support. I'm not going to say they're limiting to just the ladies, but definitely helping push the women's movement in jiu-jitsu, such as Mystic Fightwear.
Right.
Kate, she's out of Arizona. And we got Homegirls Wear, and they're right here in Southern California.
Right. If someone wanted to sponsor you, how would they? I mean, want to help sponsor your event? What would they need to do?
I would say the best thing right now is just to contact me through my Instagram, Submissions on the Shore, or they'll find all my contact information on there, which is Subs on the Shore, or Facebook. You know, and that's the best way to contact me for right now. If you're not sure how to get a hold of me, just go through social media. Easiest way.
Yeah, man, I want to help blow this up, man. I think it needs to be looked at.
Yes, very true. I believe the same thing. So, and we'll get there. And I'm getting a lot of help, which is good for people, like I said, who just want to help promote this show.
Now, is it just you by yourself that's doing this?
Pretty much.
Wow, dude, you're insane.
No, I'm not gonna say like by myself. I take that back. Definitely have my girlfriend Courtney Carlson, who's definitely like running all the numbers and the books and keeping me honest on the business. Because if not, like I would probably, blow my, or waste all the funds and not have a second show. So, you gotta be smart as well and keep yourself in line. And
you need that ground wire.
Cost effective, right? We all want to blow up the show on the first one, but you got to kind of build it as well.
Yeah, you don't want to go all in.
So, and that Courtney Carlson show, she's actually on our Submissions on the Shore certificate. She's 50% owner. So
there you go.
Right. She just you got a smile out of her. She's like, "Yep."
That's incredible.
But I think. Yeah, there's just the more support, even if it's just social media, like just people sharing it, getting out there. We're already up to 1,100 followers, and to me, like kind of going based off like other promotions.
Yeah.
Seeing what they have, like the amount of followers and the amount of time they've been at it.
Yeah.
It looks like we're off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, and you can't really judge it off all that either because people are constantly watching. I mean, they might not follow, but they're watching. The best way to look at it is like who's watching your stories. That's how I kind of see it. Because nowadays, Instagram, Facebook, their algorithm, none of that stuff makes sense. I think they're trying to hide it from you anyway. So it's just, I think it's all word of mouth, Yeah,
that too. Word of mouth. That's gonna be the biggest thing. That's why much of as much as I've liked, and I kept a lot of locals.
Yeah.
On the show, but believe it or not, I had some out of town competitors that were selling some tickets. I was like, all right. Like, that's cool. Like, I didn't expect you to come out here and sell this many tickets off the bat. But obviously, these people have a following because Southern California is like the mecca of jiu-jitsu. People come here to compete all the time.
Right.
So you could be from different states and people are going to know who you are if you're out here competing.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's what's good about being out here. So I'm excited to bring this to the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, and I just looking for all the support out there. So,
well, you're gonna get it, that's for sure. But I mean, I keep bringing up this whole Queen Mary haunted ship thing because I'm fascinated by ghosts, dude. So, what do you believe in the ghosts?
So we went on a tour,
right.
And it was pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I would say. You'll be surprised how many. Not just horror stories, but how many documented like deaths they've had on that ship.
Right.
So you're like, oh wow, like okay, maybe there's something to it, whether haunted or you got something else going on.
Now the big question: do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I hate dark corners.
Yeah, same here, dude. Every time I go on vacation or every time I go to a different city, I always go on a ghost tour because I'm fascinated by that crap, man.
It just helps pique the imagination or keeps you, just interested. It helps. Yeah. A little bit of an adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah, I mean I have a crazy imagination anyway, so I love that stuff. So. All right, man, we're about 35 minutes in. How can people reach you? How can they contact you? How can they get to your show?
Cool. Okay, so, the easiest way, Instagram, Submissions on the Shore, or Facebook, Submissions on the Shore. All my email contact will be on there and phone number on Facebook if you need to get a hold of me or if you guys are interested in competing. Also, if you guys want to attend the show, besides if you're local, hit up one of the competitors on the show. They have tickets. And then if you want to buy them online, they're on Nitro. So just go to Nitro and you'll see our event on there. And you can buy tickets. So we have general admission for $35, VIP for $55, and that
Great
gives you front row
prices.
seats.
Great prices, man.
Yes, so I wanted to make sure, again, cost effective. People go out there and watch. And then I think that's like the best way to get a hold of us as of right now. So,
I mean, I'm telling you right now,
you need to reach out.
those ticket prices are crazy, you know, because I think I spent that on DoorDash tonight. You know, so it's like, come on, people, go get a damn ticket.
Uber Eats. And
Yeah.
you pay about the same.
Yeah,
right?
Postmates, all that stuff. So yeah, man, go get a ticket, go support Albert. Hey, man, thanks for coming on, brother. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And
Thank you for having me.
all right, guys. So we're gonna have this up pretty soon, but follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook. What's your personal account?
My personal account is my name, which is Albert Tapia Jr. So Albert Tapia, Tapia Jr. Jr. That's my personal Instagram.
All right, man. Hey, man, thank you once again, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
All right, man. Later.